Howdy y'all, Country Fried Gamer 150 here. Today we're going to be giving a small overview and review of this Cobra HH-35 radio. It's kind of a vintage radio. It was made in the 90s. And I got a few of these radios that I'm going to be doing a small series on of different handheld radios, vintage handheld radios. And we're just going to give an overview of what some of the features that I like about them and what kind of power that they do, just on battery power and car power. I do want to give a big thanks to everybody who has supported this channel and who have commented and liked my videos. I'm sorry that I haven't made a video recently. Part of that is because I just don't know what to make videos on, and it seemed like that there was a lot of people watching it when it was about radios, CB radios, so I thought, well, I'll start doing that then. And I don't know, I kind of have a weird fascination with some of these handheld radios. And also too, I was kind of curious, if you compare older radios to newer radios have a lot less batteries in them. The old ones take like 10, like this one here, takes 10 batteries. Now, there's nothing on the box that suggests that you can only do 10 rechargeables. So, I do have another radio that is only 10 rechargeables, and you have to do 2 dummy load batteries when you use regular AA's because the voltage is different. But just showing you what's on the box, you can read it. You can pause the video and read it if you want. Now, I have looked up some of these accessories on Cobra's website, but obviously they don't exist anymore because this is an outdated radio. So but anyway, there's that, and here's the radio. Pretty interesting radio. One of the features that I like about it is that only when you either key up or change the channel, or when somebody talks, does the thing show the channel. The channel is black as long as you have the squelch turned up a little bit. Obviously this is plugged into a dummy load because somebody suggested that I do this on a dummy load, so I'm going to be doing it on all of my handheld radios, going into a dummy load instead of just a regular antenna. Might give a little bit better accuracy on power output. But anyways, I turn the squelch down, and you can see that the channel displays, and anytime somebody talks or you key up the mic, it will show the channel. So I like that about it. I also kind of like this channel selecting, where you just turn it slightly, one way or another, and it will change the channel, or if you hold it down, it'll scan through the channels. So that's pretty cool. And then you have a high and low switch here, and we'll test it on both of them. And again, like in my previous videos, where I have tested them on this meter, and the dummy load is back there, which you can't really see because it's dark. And this is an instruction manual of that meter. Again, this meter is kind of old, but it does work. It says that accuracy is better than plus or minus 3%. Rated for 20 to 200 watts. Peak power measuring in single sideband modulation. So it measures the SWR and the power at the same time. And initially, when I first got this meter, I thought that the SWR value was actually where the needle was pointing. But in fact, it is wherever the power and the reflect, where they cross. Where the two needles cross is actually what your SWR is. And I was just going off of wherever the needle was pointing. So, anyway, excuse me. This radio also came with this power cord here. You can plug into your car. It's got a port on the side here that you can plug it into. And we will be also testing the car power as well on that. Although I'm not going to go out to my car for that. I'm just going to run it off my scanner adapter that has the same hookup as this does, and it hooks into the regular outlet. But it's rated for 13.8 volts, which typically your alternator puts out between 13.5 and 14 some volts. So we'll be testing both of them. I got the rechargeable batteries in there right now. I do have another radio that well, it actually puts out less. It only takes 8 batteries. It's an older radio that it's an older radio that was just made for like regular AA's. It wasn't made for rechargeables. So if you put rechargeables in it, it actually puts out less power. So I think that one I'm going to test regular AA batteries in, just because to give it the best chance. These other radios here, they seem to be doing okay with the rechargeables as far as power output. But anyway, if we look at the meter here, you can see that when I key up, which it's on low right now, which is a little over 1 watt, and you can see that the SWR, or the reflect needle, is way down there. That's only on average there. We'll go ahead and switch it to high. And it's just a hair under 4. Okay. So we will go ahead and we'll just do a small test on low, and then we'll do a test on high. Oh, stupid thing. Come on. Trying to get this set on the box right. Okay. Okay, so this is peak watts on low. Let's see if I get this. Audio. It seems like it goes up to about, swings up to about 2. Okay, now let's try it on high. Radio. Yeah, it swings up to about 5, or maybe a shade over 5. So now I'll take these batteries out. Personally, I don't think it's going to do much better plugged in, but we will see. And the rechargeable batteries in which I'm using are, I bought them off Amazon. They're not no name brand batteries, but these are high quick batteries. 2800 milliamps, 1.2 volts, high capacity. And those are been recently recharged. I have not used them since I recharged them, so they are fresh batteries. It might do a little bit better on the regular power cord, but we'll see. say you don't have to take the batteries out, but when you do, plug it into the power cord, but I always like to. I think it's better for the radio if you do that. Okay. I'll go ahead and hook that into power here. Okay, and every time you disconnect it and plug it back in or whatever, it wants to go back to channel 9. Which it doesn't really matter because we're in a dummy load, but I still would rather just run it on a different channel. Okay, let's see if this does any better on high. We're not going to test it on low, we'll just test it on high. See if it does any better on the peak reading. Audio, radio. Yeah, it does shade over 6. So yeah, it is a little bit better with the power cord instead of the volt and instead of the rechargeables, which makes sense. I mean, you think about it, you know, 10 rechargeable batteries, 1.2 volts is 12 volts versus the adapter, which is rated for 13.8 volts, so it would make sense that it does a little bit more. But so I think that about covers it. There will be more videos coming soon. Hope y'all will watch. Thanks for watching this one. Thanks for all the support on this channel and the comments and everything. I appreciate every one of you. Y'all have a wonderful day, and if I don't post another video before Christmas, Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.